Your weekly or daily, more immediate planning should be the backbone of your planning system. This is what allows you to be really responsive to what the children are showing you at any given time. And it is what allows you to be really conscious of what you're doing and how to be accountable to that. So that weekly or daily planning is essential. But it's also helpful to have some annual or even multi-annual planning, because we do want to be sure. We don't want to be, some of those classrooms like my US history class where, we only made it to World War II by the end of the year because we got behind. We want to be sure that we're getting all of cosmic education out on a regular basis for the children. Maybe not every lesson for every child every year. That would be almost impossible. But most lessons are out in a given year for somebody in the classroom. So annual planning can help you with that. That can help you stay accountable to getting a lot of the content out so that it's being explored in the classroom. This is particularly true for geography, biology, and history, the areas of the classroom that don't rely as much on a foundation of particular skills. You can take a look at these albums and sort of plan how you'll get them out throughout the year. Biology lends itself to this based on the weather outside. There's leaves in the fall, flowers in the spring. You can put those down for things that you do at those times of the year. Now, that doesn't mean you'll never give a flower lesson in January. Of course you can. But this is a way to sort of remind you to get all of those lessons out in a year. History is another one where it can be useful to use the state standards to guide your plan for getting certain things out over the child's 3-year experience in one elementary classroom. So usually there's requirements for local and state history, requirements for national history, and requirements for world history. So you can plan over 3 years how you're going to present those in the classroom. Maybe 1 year is more of a focus on local and state history. The next year more on national, and the next year on world. And that means every child then will get those in a 3-year cycle. Again, you're going to be responsive to what they show you. If national history becomes more of a focus, you just have to shift and adjust your planning. But when you do this kind of planning, it helps to, again, hold you accountable for getting all of cosmic education out to the children. So there's these two kind of levels of planning, the more immediate weekly or daily planning, and then annual or even multi-year planning. And all of this provides the structure for us as adults to be sure that we are doing what we're called to do, which is sow as many seeds as possible and get out all of cosmic education. But we have to be flexible, and we have to be ready for spontaneous lessons, things that happen at the spur of the moment in the classroom. So that part of the way we're prepared for that is to really get to know our albums. So we'll get better at this the more time we've spent in a classroom. But also, when we see children need a presentation or they ask for it, you can say, give me about a half hour and then we'll be ready. And you can go get yourself prepared so that you can respond in the moment to that interest. So the plans for us as adults to help in our accountability, but doesn't mean that we're ignoring what the children are showing us. We have to be responsive to that while still very aware of our planning. And record keeping plays a role in that, and we'll talk about that more.